morning. So in today's episode, I'm going to review some posters. So here we go. This is the first one, Night Moves. Where do we start? So here we have three characters all looking in different directions, no eye trail. And then we have exactly the same three characters in practically exactly the same clothes, looking in different directions. Down here, what does this tell me about the movie? Absolutely nothing. As far as big head posters go, this one's very boring. Okay, so this is the same concept. You've got big heads in the sky and then a smaller image down below. But here you have this great contrast, great mood lines, inspirational, just all around a much better poster. So originality, 0. Execution, 2. There's nothing terrible about it. Overall, I guess a 1.5. All right, next. Son of a Gun. 2 photos that have been retouched to look really gritty. And I guess they originally wanted to cut it in half with both faces, but Ewan McGregor has more star pulls, so even though I can't tell it's him based on the photo, they gave him 3/4 of his face and the other guy half a face. Yeah, just bizarre overall. The eyes don't line up. I don't know why that is. I guess they were lining up the chins. So is Ewan McGregor's face really that much bigger than his? Don't think so. So, originality, well, they did the half face, but they didn't actually do a half face, so we'll give them a 3 for that. Execution, well, nice photo retouching, I guess. And the text, they played around with it a little bit. They continued this kind of fold thing that's going on with the rest of the poster, so that's not bad. Give them a 3 for execution. Okay, so these Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle posters. Well, this one's not so bad, but I really had a problem with this one. Why is that? Well, the blue just is not right. It's oversaturated and just looks like they cranked the levels to try to get this super blue, which just really doesn't look good. And you'll also notice that in order to crank this blue and make it stand out, they turned the turtle kind of an orange color, which I thought was a little bizarre. I mean, if we look at this, the turtle is green, which looks right, but here the turtle is an orange color. And if we kind of took our color and just moved that so that the turtle was green again, and took some of that blue and just desaturated it a lot. Same with the cyan, desaturated that and made it darker. The whole thing would look a lot better, in my opinion. Yeah, just that looks more correct. The colors on that just look like a mistake, honestly. I mean, look at that and look at that. Which one looks correct? This one looks like a mistake. Alright, this super boring cliche poster. We've got 2 faces. We've got this guy standing there while an explosion happens behind him, and this person sitting there. Really doesn't make sense, and this super cliche I'm holding a gun pose doesn't help anything. I don't know, gives me kind of the Constant Gardener feel, a little English Patient-y, but just not very well executed. We've got this typography here, which, well, the O is not circular anymore, but you can tell from the Academy Award winner up here that it is a circular font by the way the D looks. So they've horizontally scaled these fonts here and probably stretch these fonts here, and the font here looks like it's at 100%. You can see it's on an almost perfect O, whereas this is a bit stretched and that's a bit narrow, so that's a big no-no right there. Overall, terrible execution with a super cliche idea. Alright, next poster. The worst use of the median filter ever seen on a movie poster. Who is John Galt? Who cares? It looks like, I'm gonna guess that John Galt is Jesse Eisenberg, maybe? No, except for a stronger version of Jesse Eisenberg. I have no idea. But yeah, this looks like an amateur who's using Photoshop for the first time, decided to do a movie poster, had a bad photo to begin with, and then kind of used a median blur to try to, and some angled brush strokes to try to make something interesting, and utterly failed. So that's a 0. Okay, this one. Automata. Well, this is a super boring poster. Why is it so boring? Well, mood lines. This has kind of a straight mood line. He's just looking off to the side, and so is the robot. Really, really boring is the only problem I have with it. And the photo, well, you've got this kind of super washed out. I don't know why. I mean, if we look at the levels on this photo, there's like all this, you know, why not do the poster like that? Well, because then it would show the fact that the poster is simply a still from the film, and 0 effort was put into it. This poster. Well, this poster is a nice piece of art. I like it. A lot of effects on the type, but it totally works here because the whole film is very stylized. Overall, this is a quite nice poster. I think the red throws off the color depth a bit, because red, you know, warmer colors should be in the foreground with the cooler colors in the background, and it just, these feel a little bit too warm, but this is me nitpicking. If, you know, if we wanted to do a quick fix on that, and just added, like, let's see here, a little more atmospheric depth there, let's say. Put that on color, and maybe a screen as well. Yeah, just make these pop out a little more, push these a little bit more in the background where they belong. Kind of right. Without that, it's a bit competing, the top and the bottom. So this kind of gives you a focus as to where your eye should go, which is these two main characters here, or at least that's what I believe. Okay, this poster. Well, where do we start? First of all, this typography, kind of Arial bold, I guess. Super boring. Falcon Rising. Heavy drop shadow. Just way overdone on the typography here, trying way too hard, and all these effects here. I mean, this looks like paint splatter, not an explosion, which is, I'm guessing, the effect that they wanted was an explosion. You've got this, I don't know what this is, flame, I guess, but it doesn't look like an explosion at all. This looks like paint splatters, and this looks like an overlaid, I don't know, firework or something. And way, way, way too much color for this kind of a grungy look. So really, if we wanted to do anything to make this a bit better, just take all the color out, just leave a tiny bit in there. And honestly, anything you did with this typography would be better than what they have. So if we just, like, you know, had a big brush here and just trying to get rid of the existing type, so we can do a quick and dirty new typography here. Let's see. I'm reviewing, so I don't really want to go and fix this, but I wouldn't mind something interesting. I mean, but what they had was terrible, so doing them a favor here. There you go. Falcon Rising. Alright, there you go. And we can see the before and after here. Before, after. Alright, so that's probably a 0 in all regards. His tattoos are cool, I guess. Okay. And that's it. So if you like this episode of I Review Designs, please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, if you want me to review something, or review a design or your own design or what have you, just put it in the comments below, and if I get a chance, I'll do it. All right, till next time. Ciao.